Okay, so I've just sat here charging up at local Tesco's. I'm not on the free charger today. I need a little bit more power more quickly, so I've come to one of the Pod Point 50 kilowatt chargers. So while I'm here, I thought I would run through the current configuration of the car. I've seen a few videos about this, and I thought I would share how I have the car set up, and if there's anything that you think I'm missing out on or that you set differently, pop it in the comments. It's always nice to see what other people do and why they do it. So if we start with quick controls, lights I have as auto. On my previous car I had this function as well. It was always a good thing to have, I thought, so I've left it on there. Mirrors and steering wheel, obviously you can set these up to your own preference. The mirrors are controlled obviously via the sticks, sorry, the wheels and the dials on the front of the steering wheel, left and right, easily shown on the diagram there. That's all preference, that's not really about the car, that's how you want to sit and how you feel comfortable. Steering wheel, the same thing, moves in and out. Again, I don't think there's anything that'll be different for everyone, I guess, unless you're exactly the same height, weight, shape, all that kind of stuff. Window lock, I have that on for the back because young kids, I don't want them opening windows or anything like that when they shouldn't. Display brightness, I have it on auto. I've not had to change it at all, not felt the need to or anything like that, so I've just left it as is. Yeah, I think that's it on that page. If we go down, the next one is lights. Again, the lights is here, I have them on auto. I've only had the car for 2 weeks, but I've not felt the need to change that at all. Down here we have the interior lights. I have them as off. In fact, I will swap that to auto, but at the moment, with it still being summerish time, I'm not driving the car in the dark yet, and I had no need to, so I've left that as off, but I'll put that back to auto and see how that works. I've got auto high beam on and the headlights on after exit. The auto high beam, I haven't had to use that yet, so I've just left that on there to see how it works. The headlights, I've left that on because where the car gets parked, it's on a private car park for a couple of houses in where I live, but there are no lights in the parking area. An ongoing issue, let's not get sidetracked. So I've left that to lights on, so when you get out the car, the lights that remain on for a bit until it locks. Steering wheel lights, again, I think this is more of a pointless one. I've seen some other videos showing this as well. They come on, but they're very, very dim, and I think a little bit of energy saving there. Leave those as off, I don't think they're needed. Locks, keys, so there are 2 keys on here, myself and my wife. So they are locked to our phone now, so that's just there. The windows lock again, we talked about before, and I have the child lock on, having young kids in the back. And display, again, I have it on auto and auto brightness. Obviously this bit, English, depending on where you are. Time set 24 hours. I have the display up here in distance, but you can change it to energy. I always think it's better to have it in distance. It's better to gauge how long you've got in miles and distance rather than the battery percentage. Here the signs are written in miles, so I'll leave it on miles, and temperature we use degrees C, so that's why they're set, and PSI for the tyres. If we go down to driving, have it set as standard. I've not tried the chill mode, but I just leave it as standard for this one. Steering is standard as well. I have tried sport. Yeah, it was quite sporty, I have to admit, but no, I prefer just getting in and just leaving as was. So I got it when it was in standard before I configured all of this, and it was good enough, so I've left it in there. Stopping mode is hold, so I've put that on maximum. So basically now you can just drive with 1 foot, which I find great. apart from when I get back to my wife's car, which is just your normal five-speed gearbox. And yeah, it's a little bit tricky when you take your foot off the accelerator because the car doesn't slow down. Yes, it does have a brake, so, but yeah, I think once you've driven this for a while and then you get back into a manual car, I did notice a big difference, and that was one of the areas where I noticed the difference. So if we get on to the good stuff now, autopilot, I have everything on there on. The auto steer and the full self-driving preview. That gives you all the traffic lights and people walking across zebra crossing and cones and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so I've set to current speed. So when I take it off to use... Yes, I have it set at current speed limit. That's so I can choose the speed, and when I put the cruise control on, it's going at the speed that I currently was. I find that's the best way for me. You might find that different, so let me know. Speed limit warning I just have as a display. I don't think there's any need to change that. All these other options again are just fine-tuning things. I have a medium forward collision warning. Again, I think that's more than enough, and it is quite a warning. It does, the first time I heard it, it was quite a shock. Lane departure avoidance, I don't like that, so I have that off. I don't like it when it tries to steer for you when you're steering, so I have that set to off. But when I'm using the autopilot, yeah, obviously it's on then. I'm still getting used to it. I've tried it a few times. Like I say, I've only had the car for... It was delivered on the 1st, so what's it now, 16th? So 16 days. So still getting used to, but yes, it takes a little bit of time, I'd say. I've used it maybe 2 or 3 times now, and it's still... The 3rd time was the better. I let it do its thing more, whereas the other 2 times I was a little bit apprehensive, a little bit... I'd like being in control and giving all that away. Not all of it, obviously, but giving a lot of that away and letting the car do it is a big thing. So, again, I think that'll take a few more trips, giving it a go, seeing how we get on before I go. Let it go on the motorway and let it do its thing. But, yeah, I'll film that and report back and let everyone know, and let me know your thoughts as well. So, navigation, I have everything on there. Again, it's not a major thing in there that I think I recommend to anyone. Safety, security, with the phone, again, I think that's the only one. Speed limit 85, I just left that as it is. I mean, I do find myself driving under the speed limit rather than over it. Sometimes I have to have a look at the screen and think, I better speed up, not slow down. I find it so comfortable to drive, so smooth. So yeah, Sentry mode, I have that as on. It comes with the plug-in hard drive in the glove box, so I'll leave that as on. I haven't used this. I've not had to at the moment, which is good, but I've left it off at the moment. Park assist, have the park assist chimes on. Joe mode, I don't know what that is. Oh, I didn't know that. But yeah, I've left that off. And the glove box pin, I set that up. That just shows you, so it comes on with a pin to open the glove box. It's quite good. It's a little gimmick, isn't it? It's not really needed. A handle would suffice just as well, but I think, if you're gonna put computers and technology in there, let's do what it can do. So yeah, I've set that up. What else do we have here? Cabin overheat protection on. Yeah, I think that's it for this one. Service, I've not had any services yet. Like I say, 2 weeks old. If I'd need any service in there, I think we'll be in trouble. Software updates, I've got everything to on, so it gets advanced. So whenever they come out, Yeah, so that video ended abruptly, didn't it? Yeah, I'd finished anyway. That's the configuration of the car. It's a bit of a long one for the first video, but I've got others in the pipeline, so please subscribe, like and share this video to see more, and I'll be back soon. Thanks. Take care, everyone.